Morning. It's the last day of March, March 31st, 2020. Welcome to the coaching call. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. And this presentation is intended to be academic, informational, and educational. Is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. And if you need personal financial advice, please consult your financial advisor. So it's the last day of the month. The market's about to open. And here's what we're going to do today. Remember, we've got the April coaching calls at robbiebooker.com/AprilCC. I will send that link out on Telegram Messenger. I'll just do it right now. Make sure we've got it done and make sure we keep sending that link out as many times as necessary. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite trades, OMI, XRT. We're going to take a look at the currency market too. In particular, we're going to look at the US dollar, Norwegian krone, and we're going to ask, is it time for that to pull back? And this is a bear market, so we favor selling stuff, buying puts, and betting against companies. But there will be the occasional company that we want to bet in favor of. In March, we wanted to plan and take a $9,000 trade. I think CVS could turn out to be that trade. I think OMI could turn out to be that trade. I think Disney could turn out to be that trade. I think we have a few candidates, but they didn't happen in March. We wanted to take 2 to 3 small trades. I got a few small trades. We just didn't get as many. The market just went crazy. So what we're going to do in April, just to start things off, we want to plan and take a $9,000 trade. That's important to me, but even more importantly is I want to close at least 4 $1,000 trades. I just want to get at least 4 $1,000 trades. Those are the smaller trades. Those are the trades that might not move as far. So that's really one of the only things that I care about. I just want to make sure we do that. And I want to put the emphasis on taking good trades. And so even though this is a bear market, we will have financial instruments that could be real movers on the upside. And one of those we've already talked about, we've already taken, we've already started, and that's OMI. OMI gapped up this morning, as you can see here, gapped up above $9 a share. It's at $9.09 right now. In pre-market trading, it was like $9.50. And it's pretty close to these numbers that we talked about yesterday. It's an upward trend. Bought 1,000 shares back in the day. Got a missed weekly pivot, just a beautiful one at $10.29. I think it's really hard to imagine a scenario where we don't get to that number now. The trend has switched to up. We've broken through new highs. We're making new highs. We're making higher highs, higher lows. The RSI is overbought, which it can stay overbought for a while. You can see here the first time it went overbought in a while was back in August, and then it stayed overbought. It jumped down, and then it went back up to overbought. I just like a lot of things about this. It's a medical supply manufacturer. Traders are going to like this company, I think. And I often say it's probably too late now to take the trade. But if we pull back to next week's pivot point, which we'll get on Monday, if we pull back there, even if we pull back to next month's pivot point, which we're going to get tomorrow, that might be something that you could take or you could jump in on. I might even buy more shares of this. So thanks for letting me know that the audio and video is good. And we'll go from there. All right. So folks, we recorded every second of the webinar with Mark Hay yesterday. And I know some of you had some trouble clicking on that link. You may have clicked it. We didn't go for that long after I sent that link. So you may have clicked it and the webinar was over. But in any event, I've got the recording ready for you. And you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to post that recording for you right here. I'm just going to post it right now. There we go. I'll just post it. I'm going to move this around. There we go. All right. So I like the idea of buying Owens & Minor. I think I don't have much else to say about it. I'm just going to keep the trade open and we should be good to go. And Marquet and I are going to do another session. We're going to do it in the evening so that more people can be there and we have a lot more advance notice. And I'll let you know this time around. I'll make sure I let you know first. In fact, there's a link to the text circle, and that's the text messaging service that we're going to put together. And that's the link, robbiebooker.com/Marquet. And I'm going to put this. There we go. And there you go. I'm going to put that link in Telegram Messenger as well. Boy, I love Telegram Messenger. And that will get you informed of when we take trades and do webinars and everything else way in advance. That service is just getting kicked off. So there's going to be a lot of kinks in the system. Okay, I want to look at XRT today because the retail environment's terrible. Gap is closing its stores. I think Gap might have to sell itself off. Victoria's Secret might have to sell itself off. Some brands aren't going to make it. I think it's going to be the hardest hit. 1 in 4 Americans work in retail. Did you know that? That's pretty crazy, right? 1 in 4 Americans work in retail, and no retail stores are open. All the shopping is closed. American Eagle is closed. Gap is closed. Victoria's Secret is closed. But you know what's open? Amazon and Walmart. And Walmart's the nation's #1 grocer. They employ more people than anywhere else, and they're still hiring. Gap, when it laid everybody off and furloughed the workers, provided information on how to apply for a job at Walmart. I'm not saying that's great. I'm saying Walmart, good. Gap, bad. Retail, bad. I think Walmart is possibly headed for a gigantic run upward. They're going to have some ridiculously strong sales, but the retail sector in general isn't going to do well. So what I want to do is I want to put in place a standing alert to short the retail sector. And I'm going to start with an alert on a bearish profit circle. So just a sell alert on XRT. And what that's going to lead to is a put option. What we want to end up doing is buying some puts on the retail sector. I could be wrong. I don't know how I would be wrong. The retail sector is right now experiencing, what this is pricing in a downturn in sales. But what's going to happen is there's going to be a failure of some of the companies, like outright failure of companies. And I think we need to be ready for that. And I think we need to talk openly about how we deal with that. If I were getting laid off in the retail sector, I'd probably want to have some kind of income replacement. I'd short the I'd short the retail sector to get it. So get my revenge. So Vaxart jumped up today. There's a discontent among young workers. Lizzie, appreciate you too. Warwick says, what's your Telegram address? No problem, Warwick. It's inside the slides. It's inside the big document of links, actually. Let's get you that link right away, buddy. You go to robbiebooker.com/telegram, and that will get you on the coaching updates list. Okay, the word on the street is that Vaxart is up a bit today. And it is. It's up to $1.98. I think I'm ready to jump in on this again. I think around $2, if we can get back up to $2, I think I'm ready to go back in on this. You know, we kind of took a rest, and now maybe we're jumping up finally. New highs, you know, like lately anyway. I like it. I want to be, I think I want to be long Vaxart as well. I don't want to just pick stocks that I think are going to fail. I don't want to be all negative. I want to be positive as well. AbbVie up a bit today. CVS holding strong. Restoration Hardware, I think, is going to go to 0. But I'm not ready to do anything on it because these options are just too expensive. I did want to. Oh, good. I gotta relaunch the Bloomberg terminal here. So I'm launching the Bloomberg terminal. It's going to get me a press enter again. It downloads this cool little thing. I wanted to do an equity scan on the retail sector and maybe get a look at some of the retail outlets that should be doing the worst. So we'll go to equity scanner. You could probably do this on other platforms as well. I'll repeat the platform for y'all. So screening criteria. Domicile can be including the United States. Sector. Definitely consumer discretionary. Current ratio. Want companies with less than $1 in revenue. We want them to be options available. And we want volume to be high. Gives us 16 names. Let's check them out. Burlington Coat Factory. We're more than great coats. Sleep Number. Chewy. These are going to do terribly. And RH. Look at RH. Oh boy, that's bad. Okay, let's look at Sleep Number. Not good. They're in bad shape. Chewy. Oh. What's going on here? Move came on solid volume with far more shares changing hands. The companies see no changes when it comes to estimate revision. Chewy, better ranked stocks. It must be online something, dog food, probably. That's my guess. Gotta be what it is. Pet food and products. That's a really interesting, that's a strong business right now because people need to buy the stuff for their pets online. And then Restoration Hardware, Children's Place, that's not going to survive. So I'm going to put down RH and then Children's Place. Put Chewy in here too. And then I'm going to put Sleep Number. Excellent. I mean, it's like we can't even get in on Sleep Number right now. There's no move up. But if it could just move up to like a weekly pivot, we could get a short trade in there. Or if we could wait till after earnings, get a little bit of a spike, and then short it. Love it. This could go to zero. It could be a really nice short trade. I don't wish anybody any problems. I hope everybody there gets reemployed. I don't want anybody to ever be sad or anything like that, of course, but we're here to make money. Yeah, online pet food supplies. All right. So let's take a look at Flugent Genetics. $11.68 a share. Bullish profit circle on the 240-minute chart. that looks like a bullish pattern, and it looks like a trend. It looks like a bull trend and a bullish profit circle in the midst of that trend. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely spectacular. Look and what their fundamentals look like. Not Foot Locker. They don't have profits. They do have revenue. They do have $9 of cash for every dollar of short-term debt. They have a ton of cash on hand, $28 million. This is beautiful. This is absolutely spectacular. Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. I don't know if they're optionable. No options available. I'd probably buy myself some of these shares, no problem. Absolutely great missed pivot points. It's absolutely spectacular. It's really nice. There we go. Wow. Look deeper into what they do. Especially in retail companies with debt. RH, Children's Place, and then Sleep Number, SNBR. Okay. I'd like the chance to look at the currency market as well. So it's the world's best performing currency pair all year long. I mean, it's pretty stunning. Norway is tied heavily to oil, so it's done really poorly, and the dollar is the world's reserve currency, so it's done really well. And it's falling back now. It looks to me like there's a chance for this to A, fall to this weekly pivot, or B, print a bullish profit circle and go about halfway the distance to the highs that it made already. So I love the idea of a bullish profit circle. Did we get one maybe? We did get two on the 60-minute. That's a buy trade. Can I do it? All right, I'll get that done. Yeah, I love a buy trade on the. I love it. Let's draw an arrow. And grab the chart. If you don't trade currencies yet, we'll get you there eventually. I mean, a lot of our plans and things were disrupted by all this craziness out there. Not what I wanted to do. Can you hear all that clacking? Okay. So I like a buy trade on the US dollar Norwegian krone And I like a profit target of 11.27 and a stop loss. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Figure it out later. Sue says, on your slides where you list instruments, would you mind being more clear if you like a buy or a sell? Um, yeah, I mean, I could, but I don't always like. Sometimes they're just watch lists, and I don't actually have a preference sometimes. Um, and I said here these are all potential sells. So didn't I do that? Maybe already. Let's take a look at. Got a couple more things I want to look at here. FLGT is also resting on the 10 in the midst of an upward trend. I'm going to grab that chart and send it over to my buddy. That looks absolutely delightful. And then we had one more request that we'll go ahead and do. PSTG. I almost typed that in there. So the question is it in an uptrend? No. So is it in a downtrend? Yeah. So that would typically be a sell on a bearish profit circle. Typically. And I will, to the best of my ability, always let you know if I like, buys and sells. Not those lists. Not sure which lists you're referring to, but just let me know and I'll try to clear it up. Someone asks, how do I get the profit circles on TradingView? Easy breezy lemon squeezy. You go to indicators and strategies, right? Then you type in Booker and you use the Rob Booker reversals. And you'll get tabs instead of circles. But, you'll get arrows up and down and red and green. Let's look at the rest of the currency market. I want to start with Euro Canadian. Sorry, super exhausted. Still looking to sell 20 gajillion more of this, but that hasn't worked out so far. I think one of the most interesting financial instruments in the world this year has been the Australian dollar, just getting ripped, in this downward trend. And then it pops its head up in this downward trend here on the Australian dollar, US dollar. And then it prints two bearish profit circles in the midst of a downward trend. I mean, do we not think that don't we do that? Isn't that what we do in the midst of, it's a trend trade. It's in the midst of a trend moving lower. We sell it on one or especially multiple bearish profit circles. So the Australian dollar, US dollar is definitely a sell as also. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I was going to stay strong on that one. Yeah, I like the EuroCAD short. It's frustrating right now. Close to my, it's close to my maximum loss. Here's the deal: if anything's going to do worse than oil, it's going to be Europe. So, there's just so many problems. So I think that the bearish divergence, the bearish profit circle, the head and shoulders pattern, all of that looks super good. But I mean, it's like, listen, it's a bullish trend right now. So maybe what we should be doing is something different. But this is what something looks like at the end of a trend. And so I'm going to give it a bit more. I like a stop loss above the highs at 157.99, so 158. That's really my stop loss. I see what went wrong here too, actually. I didn't put an alert on this. So my superstition, there we go. Now it'll go down. That's perfect. That's all I had to do. Wow, breathing a sigh of relief here. Oh, wow. Nice work on that, Lizzie, on those monster trades. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Thanks so much. I don't really have a whole lot more to say other than I'm going to get the slides ready for April. Our only goals in April, I think, should be about trading one big trade and then 4 smaller trades. Anything that's currently open would qualify. So OMI qualifies, CVS qualifies, Disney qualifies, and Restoration Hardware or Children's Place would qualify. Let's look at Disney real quick. Disney is potentially just a monumentally awesome sell trade. It's a little bit expensive to take this trade, so I would rather not. But there you have it. I am probably going to do the following today. Let's just write this out. So here's my plan for today. I'm going to buy more OMI, most likely. I am most likely going to buy the US dollar Norwegian krone. I'm going to buy some FLGT and plan to short SNBR or Children's Place. Yep. And I'll let you know as I do that stuff. Yeah, I mean, so is Disney going to make money streaming? So the counter argument to the Disney trade is that, they've got so many online properties. But the problem is really, it's like it doesn't make enough money to make up for it. Um, their parks, their hotels, their cruise ship, it's all closed. It's all gone. Like all that revenue is gone. I bought a vacation for my wife and daughter to go out there. They were supposed to go this upcoming weekend. Clearly, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, it's so I don't think the streaming's going to replace it. I think everybody already signed up for Disney streaming. Okay, let me thank you, Sue. Instead of I like SNBR. So we're just not communicating well, Sue. I'm so sorry. I say plan to short SNBR. So I don't know how much more clear I can be. We favor selling puts, especially on retail companies with debt. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying that we're not communicating on, but I think I'm being pretty darn clear, and I love you. Okay, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be the first day of April. Get yourself registered for that April coaching call link. Can't wait to be there with you. Super excited. I'll get this recording out to you right away.